that they can immediately interact with. For example, they can see an ad, click on it, go to the website, and buy it in a matter of minutes. This cannot be accomplished with offline advertising. Metrics and recruitment methods. Digital marketing statistics are incredibly precise. It's quite easy to obtain information. Data from all users can be accessed by the advertiser or marketing agency. In offline campaigns, it is not possible to obtain much data. Furthermore, online advertising can be contracted almost immediately. In more traditional mediums, one has to allow a lot more time. Adjustments in real time. Another advantage of digital ads is the fact that you can adjust campaigns over time. Using a specific analysis provided based on metrics, a company can change its advertising investment strategy in a matter of minutes. Reaching the target audience. It's true that for digital ads to reach people, the internet is a necessity. This could be problematic for those who don't have internet access. However, it's also true that online marketing allows for specific segmentation and is capable of reaching the segments of a population that are the target of a campaign. Offline mediums offer the exact opposite. These ads are capable of reaching large numbers of people, but without any real filters. As we have seen, advertising is an absolute necessity for this reason. It's important to create strategies that are specifically designed so that your products or services have solid brand recognition with consumers in your target market. This is not an easy process, so we recommend you entrust this work to specialists in the sector who can offer you the best possible results. Advertising is an essential ingredient in the success of any brand, as it allows you to introduce your brand to the public and attract new customers. There are many different advertising options, but for them to work, they need to be supported by a strategy that fits in with the overall objectives of your brand. In this video, we will explain different types of advertising strategies and 10 examples that you can apply in your company. Let's jump into it. What is an advertising strategy? An advertising strategy is an action plan designed to increase sales of certain products or services, attract new customers, and invite existing ones to make multiple purchases. An advertising strategy is part of the brand's marketing plan, so it must be aligned with the company's objectives. It is also essential to take into account the branding, tone, and brand identity so that the ads are cohesive with the overall marketing strategy. What types of advertising strategies are there? There are many possible advertising strategies, as each brand's situation, identity, and objectives are unique. To get an idea of the possibilities, let's take a look at how HubSpot classifies the 3 major types of advertising strategies. 1. Content advertising. This advertising strategy seeks to directly influence consumers through different channels with a direct and clear message that aims to reach as many people as possible. Although it has similar characteristics to content marketing, it is not the same since it is more direct and more focused on the brand. Within content advertising, we can distinguish the following different subtypes. Informative advertising. This focuses on showing the brand and the value it can bring to potential customers. It is usually based on rational values. Comparative advertising. This focuses on comparing your brand with the competition in order to reinforce the characteristics that differentiate it and convince consumers that your brand can provide more benefits. Although this can be very effective, you should be careful when basing your claims in order to not run into legal problems. Emotional advertising. If informative advertising is based more on rational factors, emotional advertising seeks to produce an emotional reaction. It can be very effective in influencing purchasing decisions, since we know that these have a strong unconscious component that is based on how people feel about a product or service. 2. Pull advertising. This advertising strategy is typical of brands that are already well known and well positioned in the market. Instead of going after customers, this strategy aims to keep the brand in the consumer's mind and propel people to go towards it. It focuses on identification with the brand and long-term loyalty. 3. Push advertising. This advertising strategy is more suitable for new products or services since it seeks to introduce a brand, product, or service to consumers in order to position the brand and generate sales. The push strategy can use different channels from traditional media to social ads. In many cases, it goes hand in hand with pricing strategies. For example, offering cheaper launch prices to generate an initial critical mass of customers. It is also common for push advertising to go hand in hand with content marketing so that a new brand can establish its authority early on and position itself as an expert in the sector. Now that you've learned what it is, let's take a look at 10 examples of advertising strategies. 1. Email marketing. Email marketing is an advertising strategy that is as strong as ever and has reinvented itself over and over again. According to some studies, the ROI of this channel is close to $40 for every dollar invested. In addition to its spectacular ROI, another great advantage of email marketing is that it can be adapted to all types of situations, brands, and campaigns, from the first steps of lead generation to long-term loyalty. No wonder it's one of the preferred advertising strategies for brands. 2. SEM. Paid advertising on search engines such as Google, also known as SEM, consists of positioning ads targeted to certain keywords. This means when a user searches for a term related to your brand, your ad can appear in a prominent position among the results. SEM is one of the most popular advertising strategies in the digital environment, as it allows you to directly target users with a high purchase intent based on their searches. In addition, it is a very versatile strategy, as it allows you to reach very different audiences at different stages in the buying process. 3. Social ads. This advertising strategy consists of launching paid ads through the advertising platforms on different social networks, usually through a pay-per-click model. What makes this work well are the great targeting possibilities. Keep in mind that social networks have access to a large amount of data about their users, so you can segment very specific audiences based on factors such as their life situations or interests. In addition, you can also use these platforms to get in touch with users who already know your brand by importing your databases or installing a data pixel. This allows you to create audiences similar to your visitors, leads, or customers, so that we target just the users most likely to convert. 4. Amazon advertising. Amazon ads offer pay-per-click advertising that offers some unique advantages as an advertising strategy. On one hand, Amazon has a wealth of information about users' shopping preferences. But above all, this platform allows you to place ads right where and when users are most likely to buy, which results in higher conversion rates. 5. Native advertising. Native advertising is a format that consists of placing paid content in media that adapts in form and function to the environment it appears in. Although it must be clearly identified as advertising, it is integrated into its context in a much less intrusive way than other ad formats. It also provides valuable content to users, which encourages them to consume it voluntarily. Number 6. Influencer marketing. Influencer marketing is an advertising strategy that relies on the authority of users with a strong presence on social media to promote a product or service to their followers. Previously, there was a tendency to value the number of followers that a person had above anything else, and campaigns were created to reach the highest number of users. Now, the trend is to value the level of engagement an influencer has and look for experts in niches with smaller audiences, like micro-influencers. 7. Discounts and promotions. Discounts and promotions are based on offering a product or service at a lower price than usual for a limited time. This creates a sense of urgency that encourages users to buy. This advertising strategy can be very useful to generate a critical mass of customers at the launch of a product or to boost sales in the short term, but abusing it can lead to a decrease in the perceived value of the product. Number 8. Guerrilla marketing. Guerrilla marketing is one of the most original and innovative advertising strategies, since it is based on the use of unconventional techniques to achieve maximum diffusion at a low cost. But you need to get your creative juices flowing if you really want to make an impact with this strategy. Number 9. Contests and sweepstakes. Similar to discounts and promotions, contests and sweepstakes serve to generate interaction and attract interest in the brand in the short term. It is not a new advertising strategy, since brands have been using it for a long time, but it has experienced a recent boost thanks to social media. Many brands turn to contests and sweepstakes to increase their follower base and engagement. Of course, these events should reflect the broader objectives of the brand. And number 10, loyalty programs. Loyalty programs are an advertising strategy that is not aimed at acquiring new customers, but at getting existing customers to repeat their purchase frequently and even become brand ambassadors. There are different types of loyalty programs, such as points or tiered programs. In all of them, the objective is to generate a long-term relationship with the brand and improve the lifetime value of the customer. In turn, this allows brands to reduce the cost of acquiring new customers.
If you want to get to a specific place, you will need a map, and for the business world, that map is the marketing plan. Having a well-developed marketing plan as part of your advertising strategy is imperative for every business, regardless of sector or size. However, there are still many companies that start advertising without having a clear marketing strategy or a concrete plan. In this video, we will go through everything you need to know in order to create an effective digital marketing plan for your business. What is a digital marketing plan? A digital marketing plan is a document that includes the following: the current environment of the brand, which refers to the current market situation, including consumer and competitor analysis, the marketing objectives you want to achieve, which always have to be aligned with the business goals of the company. Although it's common to hear these two words used interchangeably, marketing goals and marketing objectives are actually two separate things. Marketing goals are long-term, expansive, and often inspired by the mission and purpose of a company, whereas marketing objectives are more specific in scope and should be measurable, either using statistics, timeframes, or both. The plan also includes your strategies and actions. You need to know how you're going to reach your objectives, what channels and campaigns you are going to use, and so on. And lastly, how you will measure the results of your actions. With a well-developed digital marketing plan, you and your company will be able to do the following: gain in-depth knowledge of the market and your target audience, align digital marketing actions with the overall brand objective, use the resources that are available in an effective and organized manner, and improve internal communication and communication with clients. How to create the best marketing plan